This episode of The Couch is proudly supported by Cafe Bella Vista Restaurant and Pizzeria. Azito, give it a go with Azito. Refresh Pure Water. And Reading Cinemas, experience the difference.
If you think that's disgusting, wait for Bitchin'. Bit of a teaser. Big show coming up today. Hope you can stay with us. Check out who's on the show today. On the show, there it is on the screen. Chelsea Gibson's coming up singing for us the opening song and the closing as well. Later on, we've got Paula and Clay coming in to do some music for us. And we've got Spin It to Win It back again. And guess what? First time for 2014, our Bitchin' crew is back. I cannot wait. It is such a big show. Episode 478 starts now.
It's showtime on the couch. Yeah, it's showtime on the couch. You can see it from your house. You can watch it from your house. It's showtime on the couch with Fred and the best in town. Oh, it's showtime on the couch.
Hello Australia, hello New Zealand, welcome to another Big Couch. Never tear us apart. Love chocolate. That's the opening song. Chelsea Gibson is opening the show today. Never tear us apart.
Don't ask me what you know is true. Don't have to tell you I love your precious heart. I was standing and you were there, two worlds colliding, and they could never tear us apart. Well, we could live for 1,000 years, and if I hurt you, I'd make wine from your tears. I told you that we could fly, 'cause we all have wings. But some of us don't know why. I was standing and you were there, two worlds collided, and they could never, ever tear us apart. Well, I was standing and you were there, two worlds collided, and they could never tear us apart. You were standing and I was there, two worlds collided, and they could never, ever, ever tear us apart.
There you go. That is, of course, Chelsea Gibson. What a wonderful performer. I thought I'd wear my new shirt because it's getting very hot in the studio. But let me welcome my first act today, or my first guest. They are back for their second appearance on The Couch with their fantastic music segment. Please welcome Paula and Clay. Welcome back.
Hi, thanks for having us.
Nice to have you back. And Bunny's right between you. Now it's Easter Day. Happy Easter, guys.
Thank you. Happy Easter to you.
What are we talking about today, guys?
Today we've got heaps on. We want to talk about the West Coast
Blues and Roots
Blues and
Festival
Roots
that had
Festival's
happened.
Go for it.
They're amazing. We've had what? Dave Matthews Band was here.
Yeah. John Mayer.
John
I
Mayer.
believe.
John Mayer's in Perth. Can you believe that?
We seem to
Erica
be getting
Badu.
a lot of great acts here in
Yeah,
Perth
absolutely.
now,
And we've
aren't
got
Finally.
Matt Corby's here as well.
And our favourite, the Doobie Brothers are in
Doobie
town.
Brothers. We love Doobie Brothers.
Yep.
we?
They're
Yeah, keep
absolute
talking. I'm
favourites.
just pulling up my microphone. Live television the way it is. I was going to take everything off, but I've got too much for Easter. Too much information, probably too. Sorry, go for it.
Full on. Michael Jackson's ex-wife is going for custody of the kids again.
Why?
Because she wants
Because
more
she's
money.
probably broke again, you know. Who
you
knows
serious?
what's
Is it-
happening?
Which one is
this? Which
This is
what?
Debbie
Debbie
Rowe.
Rowe.
And she's going to take. She wants to take him off
She
the
wants,
grandparents.
she
babies
wants
back.
Paris Blanket and
Is there
the
any
other
money
one,
left?
Prince.
Absolutely. Of course
Well,
there
she's
is.
invested this money into like a horse breeding
Okay.
thing she's doing, and the brothers aren't having a bar of it. They're saying no, you can't have it. Our mother's doing
She
a
sold her
decent
babies
job.
ages ago, so I don't think she should have them back, really.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
that was funny because she didn't really want much to do with them when they were living with
Oh,
Michael.
that's right.
Absolutely.
So she's going for custody.
Custody,
the
she
original-
wants
okay,
custody
fair
of
enough.
the
You reckon she'll
babies.
get it?
No,
No.
well,
No,
we
I
don't
don't
want
think
it
so
to.
either.
She's fighting the most powerful family in all of music history.
And if she wanted it, why didn't she go now? I mean, he's been gone 5 years. Why didn't she go back then?
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's all about the money.
It's always about the money.
What else have we got?
So the next part we've got is it's been 20 years since Kurt Cobain passed away.
Yes.
And-
Nirvana's been inducted into the Hollywood Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Hall of Fame, absolutely. And they had 4 female singers sing with them. And the one that closed the night was our Kiwi girl, Lorde. So she sang with Nirvana for the
I
night.
think
She
we
was
had
absolutely
Joan
amazing.
Jett performing with them as well.
Joan
Pay
Jett.
tribute. And I believe Courtney, what's her face?
Courtney Love,
Yeah.
she was there as well.
Awkward.
And she was booed.
She was booed. There was a bit of drama, controversy going
What
on
happened
there.
there?
They just don't like her.
Oh, fair enough.
I
That's
mean,
nice.
there's all that speculation that they think she killed Kurt Cobain and all of that drama as well.
Whole
so.
different drama though.
Okay. Anything else?
The Coachella Valley Music and Arts Festival
In
kicks
USA?
off in the USA this week.
What's that all about?
It's just like huge, massive acts all over America that all come together.
Now, these big acts or those sort of amateur acts?
big acts.
The massive ones. We've got
Really?
Pharrell Williams.
Now, he's the one that sings, I'm happy. That one.
That
one?
Them,
I get it.
Our Kiwi girl Lorde is actually playing there.
Lorde,
So
she's great. She's coming to Australia as well, isn't
She
she?
Yes.
is, absolutely.
And after 8 years of separation, legendary hip hop act Outkast are teaming up to be part of that show again. They're
Outkast,
coming
that's
back.
Because I haven't seen them for ages.
Yeah,
right.
they're separated and
Is
they've
that the
come
one you
back for the
sing,
show.
Sorry, Miss Jackson?
Yes, that's the one.
Yes.
For real.
Yes. They did
Never meant to. Sorry.
They did a show maybe 2 days ago, and
Were
it
they
was so
good?
big. Apparently, it was a big deal that
Yeah.
The Purple Man
the
himself,
Purple Man
Prince,
Prince
came and
showed
stood
up.
side of stage just to watch
Just
this
to
one
watch
performance.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Got him out of the woodwork
I'd
'cause
actually
he's a
like to see
recluse.
Outcast back again.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're
very good.
really good.
They were awesome.
And what's our final bit?
The Australian tour with Kimbra.
Kimbra and Janelle Monáe.
Kimbra and Janelle Monáe
Yep, they've done a collaboration of 2 songs together.
to announce the Australian tour.
Yep, so they'll be coming to Perth. And boy, you
they coming
should
to
see-
Perth?
They're coming to Perth.
Oh,
in
so
May.
good.
So you
Have
can-
you guys got any news? I mean, I know you probably keep in touch with The Voice is coming back, I believe.
Absolutely.
What's happening with that? Is there going to be any twists, any changes this year?
They haven't really said anything, but knowing The Voice, they'll have to try and keep it fresh each year and do something different.
And you've heard Australia's Got No Talent is gone?
Has it completely
gone?
gone?
Apparently Channel 9 have axed it. That was the news. That's gone.
Wow. There's talk of
Only
a
1
Voice
year in.
Kids.
Yeah, The
Yes.
Voice Kids is coming
What's
through.
happening?
The Voice seems to be a popular brand at the moment. Also, X Factor's doing very well because I can tell you, one of our regulars, Danny Stefanetti,
Yes.
has just auditioned for X Factor.
Oh, that's
so I'm
awesome.
hoping she might get in as well.
I hope so too. She deserves
Danny's
to
awesome.
be seen.
We've got the top 5 singles and albums, I believe, on the screen. Let's go through them. Let's do the top 5 singles. Here they are. Number 5,
Power
please.
of Love by Gabrielle Aplin.
At number 4.
She looks so perfect by 5 Seconds of Summer.
At number 3.
Selfie by the Chainsmokers.
At number 2.
Rather Be by Clean Bandit feat Jess Glynn.
At number 1.
Happy with Pharrell Williams.
Beautiful song. And let's have a look at the top 5 albums around Australian. And they are number 5,
Girl by Pharrell Williams.
number 4,
Out Among the Stars, Johnny Cash.
number 3,
Frozen soundtrack.
number 2.
All You Can Eat, Steel Panther.
And at number 1,
The very best of In Excess.
thank you very much, guys. Are you up to anything big this week coming up after Easter?
Always gigging and always singing. And we
Gigging.
were actually
First.
going to sing you a little something
Oh, go
quickly
for
too.
it. Do it very
Ready?
quickly.
So this
Go
is
for it.
just for the couch.
All right.
It's Nobody knows music like Clay.
And Paula.
Woo!
Nobody knows music like that. Nobody knows music. Oh, no, I better not do it.
Sounds
Thank you
great,
very
no?
much for being on the show today. Look
Thank you
forward
for
to
having
your
us.
third segment. You're doing better and you're doing well and you're not nervous.
Awesome.
No, much
Wonderful.
better.
Maybe we'll
Couple
get you
of
to sing
vodkas
for
before
me
the
every time you come in. Couple of vodkas this early in the morning. Thank you very much to Clay and Paula. We'll see them again in a couple of weeks' time. Now it's time to give you a chance at winning a fantastic makeover. Let me tell you here, it's worth over $2,000. This is how you can win thanks to Image by Jennifer, $1,000 consultation. Angel Miss clothing, $200. Catherine Colgan makeup gives you $300 worth of makeup. And at Bee Barboo, they're doing your hair worth $285. The Beauty Queens are doing your nails and they're worth $210. And Paula Nutrition, teaching you how to do some great weight loss, $120 worth of consultations. Now to enter, this is all you have to do. Go to the website imagebyjennifer.com.au, click on enter now and enter your details. And in about 4 weeks' time, we will pick one lucky person all over Australia and New Zealand if you want to fly to Perth to have it done. $2,000 makeover, fantastic. Thank you to all those sponsors who donated those prizes as well. We really do appreciate you. We're going to take a break and be back with more of The Couch coming back after this. See you then. Bye then.
This episode of The Couch is proudly supported by Cafe Bella Vista Restaurant and Pizzeria. Azito, give it a go with Azito. Refresh Pure Water. And Reading Cinemas, experience the difference.
Time for Bitchin' for another year, 2014. This is our first Bitchin' coming to you from Side, our new studio here in Leederville in WA. Let me introduce our panellist today. She is a teacher by day. She does theatre as well. She does lots of stuff. Her name is Angela Signorile, or Signoroli?
Signorile.
Signorile, I knew I'd get it right eventually.
Close enough.
Angela, welcome to the panel.
Thank you, Fred.
And Cameron Kippen, of course, podiatrist, and
Yeah.
welcome back to the couch.
Does as little as possible, and thank you.
And of course, Barbara McNaught. Is that you that's playing with the chair? I can hear moving around. No, probably not. Barbara McNaught, of course, I call you charity extraordinaire. You do so many charities around Perth and you do a wonderful job.
Thank you for inviting
And we're going to talk about Men in Black as well. That's coming up very soon. But let's start with Angela. What's your topic today?
Okay, well, I've been looking at the topic of the increase in beggars in Perth City, particularly, and the push by the Perth City Council to ban it, to reintroduce the law that begging is actually illegal.
Why have they done this? What's the reason?
Well, I think that there's been a real, if you've been in the city at any stage recently, you would have seen a sort of a preponderance of these young beggars on the street. There's a mix, some of them are older, but there's a lot of young beggars similarly dressed.
Now, are we talking about people who perform with the guitars?
No,
or are we
not the
talking about people that
buskers.
sit there
Definitely
saying,
not the
"Please help me"?
buskers. The buskers, I think, from what I understand, they have to actually go through a process to be able to busk in the city of Perth. But these are the young people that you might see with a piece of cardboard saying, "Help me, I've got no
homeless."
money."
Yep.
Are they homeless or are they begging? There's some talk, and there's been some, just reading online, there's been some information that they could be part of a professional organised group, a bit a la Fagan.
Very similar to Bali. See, I go to Bali a
Yeah.
lot, and you've got the people on the street with the babies,
Yes.
but the babies are not theirs. You've got a little girl, maybe 12 years old, with a baby that's probably a year old.
Yeah.
And what happens over there? The parents actually sell their kids to businesses, let's say, and those businesses pay them maybe $1 a night, and they use their babies.
Yeah.
And then basically, people like myself, a tourist, will drive up in a taxi. They'll come up to the window. We feel sorry for them and we give them money.
Absolutely.
So you're saying there might be someone above all these people running it?
There's some talk in the article. It did indicate that the rangers and some of the Perth City Council folk were thinking that there was perhaps a mastermind behind it, but they haven't actually proven that. And there are a lot of different. I mean, there's some older people. There's people that you can see that are clearly not in this same demographic. But the push is to actually make it
What do you think?
illegal.
Do you reckon we should?
Look, I think they need to probably investigate it. I think that there are legitimate people that are, on very hard times. That's the society that we live in. That they're on the streets. They've got no money. They've got other issues, mental health issues, drug issues, where they can't go and work. So they're in this kind of very vicious circle. And you only have to see the soup kitchens that sometimes are in Supreme Court Gardens. you know, such a range of people there. You know, how
Fair
they got there, I think, is a story in itself. But, you know, are these young people part of that? Or are they then, in a way, I know it sounds a little odd to say, not exactly spoiling it for the others, but are they legitimately on the streets begging because they have nowhere else to go? Or are they part of some other kind of group?
Agree.
I'm not really sure. I can't say yet. The jury's out.
But
for
you know
me.
what? Beggars have been there for years since I remember, so I don't know.
Not so much in Perth, though. I think
No,
that when I
no,
used to
in
travel
Melbourne.
over east and over in Europe, of course,
Yep.
you've got gypsies and people begging all the time. And even over east, maybe 5 years ago, I'd see people. It's more recently
Right.
in Perth, I think. from
Cameron,
my
what do you
take.
think?
Well, I was just going to say that Ted can't be with us this afternoon because he's out begging. I put him out and he's...
Yes, he's actually doing.
If you see
theatre
him,
these
please
days,
give him
funny
money.
Enough.
But
He's
yes,
doing-
no, it's a terrible society that we have people who beg for
It's sad that people have to beg to start
Absolutely,
with, and I think it's sad that those people who manipulate the system as well, which I think is sad. I would like to think that there isn't people out there that don't need to go out and beg, but are doing it just to make money.
Yeah, I think there's no question of doubt about that.
Do you think they should stop it?
Definitely. The problem is, of course, getting the police to actually police that's very difficult.
very
I know
hard.
in Melbourne what they do is they actually make a social contract with groups like Salvation Army. So when you're picked up for begging, if you accept some kind of help and assistance, then they won't process the charge.
Okay.
And so therefore there's an element there, if you're a genuinely needing help, they will help you, as
Fair
opposed
enough.
to being professional beggar.
Barbara, what do you think?
I think that's actually the best idea, to have some kind of a control. And look, if I see an 18 or 20-year-old man sitting in a sport shoes, or woman, well, I think we see more men, but it doesn't matter.
It's true.
You immediately think she can get a job. Why she is there? Obviously, it's either plan or help needed. So I think some kind of a control.
So there could be a genuine need for us to look at the cause.
Well,
and the
if you
reason.
see a frail lady, you know, which
Fair
you see in Europe, close to 100,
Exactly.
and she sits there, your heart goes out, and you know she's not plan
Very
plan
true.
B. So
Do you
one
think they should
spouse
stop
to
it?
another.
Do you think they should stop begging in the city?
I think that they should definitely make limitations and make less of it happen.
All right. Thank you, Cameron. Can we move to your story? I know we're getting
Yes,
wind up.
I'm talking about that very somber story, which is there's an American franchise company, fast food franchise company from Memphis, who for many years have been selling beautiful hamburgers, apparently, but they're using salacious adverts on television.
Now,
Which
can we just say this company is apparently coming to Australia?
They
and
are
selling
coming
the
to
burgers.
Australia.
We've got a quick clip. We'll just show you a bit of a taste of what they're doing. So they're obviously selling women as a sex object. You don't have to sort of work that out for yourself. You can work it out.
Absolutely.
And it's worse than that. And I think, you know, as women, I'd love to hear what Angela and Barbara have to say about this sort of tactic. I know, Cameron, you're probably gone from being a vegetarian now preferring meat.
I was just going to say I'm hungry already, but...
But you can see what I mean. I think...
To me, it's just, you know,
What do you think, Angela?
sexualisation is everywhere. It's in videos,
There
it's
you
in
go.
songs, it's in children's television, children's clothing. Everything's sexualised now, and people become a little bit
immune
to it,
Yeah,
I think.
yeah.
And it's nothing particularly new. I don't think
So
that
do you think it's harmless? Like, I'll give you the example from a producer of television point of view. That ad would be G-rated because there's nothing saying this is sex, 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 sex. So it's up to you as the viewer to go, that's disgusting. I hate that, or I don't want it, I won't be eating those burgers. And you're saying it's up to a mature person to make up their own mind, is that what you're saying?
I think so. I don't think that seeing those young women is any different. I think there was an ad a while ago for something with Jessica Simpson where she was in the shorts and she was washing a car,
Yes,
and it was all very sort of, you know, soft sexualisation. So I don't think it's anything different. I don't necessarily approve or disapprove, but I don't think it's anything new.
And they're very
sex
popular.
sells from whenever there's been advertising. It's been some sort of sex selling.
Cameron, I believe the ad's been banned in New Zealand and
Yes.
also in a couple of states in
Absolutely.
America.
I mean, it's a great way of actually selling the product because simply the notoriousness of the adverts is enough to bring people into the shop. I'm reminded of that film where the chap goes into McDonald's and he looks at the photograph and he looks at what he gets and he gets his machine gun out and says, I think there's a bit of a difference. Can you explain?
And it gives a new meaning to the Hungry Jack's commercial. It takes two hands to handle a Whopper.
Absolutely.
But, you know, personally, I'd have to say, I think we need to move on where women are now seen as they're equal to men in everything, and you don't see men sold that way. I mean, not yet, but this could
I
be.
think you do.
As a woman, do you
see,
think?
I think you see men sexualised as well. I think
Okay.
you've got to look at the Old Spice ad and various ads where haven't you seen them?
Oh, is there a new? Oh, is there a new
No, there's a
one?
you gotta
new
get-
one.
you
There's
gotta
a
get
new
used
one.
to it.
The guy's
He's the
come
hero
back,
in America
and
at
he's
the
hotter
moment,
now.
and
Oh, I
he's very
see.
hot, and it's sort of a little bit of tongue-in-cheek, the ad, but as it were. But definitely sexualisation of men, and yeah, I think that it happens all the time. You always have hot men advertising underwear and all
Angela,
sorts
I
of
like
things.
you on this panel because I like the fact that you're actually maybe siding with the men. Because, you know, I can see a lot of men going, oh, give me some burgers. But the thing is, it is sleazy, it is
Oh, yeah.
sexual, but I'm glad you're sort of actually saying, well, it's up to you to make up your own mind. It's nothing new.
Nothing new.
Anything more you want to add to that, Cameron?
No, I'm just waiting for the franchise to open in Perth.
You want to
try it myself.
What about you, Barbara? I know you're going to
I
be
can talk forever. So, okay.
All right, we'll go for
First
3
of all,
minutes.
sexy man with Old Spice, nothing wrong with it. Underwear and sexy guy better than not a sexy guy.
So you're into sexism as long as the guy's sexy?
No. But altogether, what they're doing, big yawn, I'm sorry, done to this. And now on a serious side, I know sex sells, but I feel very sorry.
Could
for
you
them.
imagine yourself ever doing an ad like that?
Well, darling, why do you think I was late today?
Really, Barbara? You got any? Do you have any contacts?
Darling, contacts, what do you
Gorgeous
mean?
she is.
Well, we got. I'm not
But now,
saying anymore.
seriously, now it's
Would
talking.
you do if they offered you? I'm not saying today, but I'm saying if you were offered something like that as a woman, would you turn it down, or would you say if you needed the money, you'd do it?
Well, it depends how old I was, where would be. You
So
know,
you'd be
if you're
considering
22
it.
or you're 18,
You would
and
consider
you
it.
need the $500 an hour.
I reckon it'd be more than $500 for that.
Okay, metaphorically speaking, it all depends when. But I was leading to something completely different.
Come on, go for it.
I really feel sorry for the young generation, for the kids, that they are completely over-sexualized with the media and exposure. And I mean
At a
it now.
very young age. At a
You know,
very young age.
the consequences of it are huge. There's anxiety problem in young men or young people altogether.
Yep.
They don't have a confidence because they fed all the time role models which are not real.
They're not realistic.
So
yes.
now the little kid goes for the dream hamburger, and the first thing he remembers is the raunchy girl sticking sausage between her boobs. I'm sorry,
Oh,
I've got a problem with it.
disgusting.
Yeah, well.
No, I'm laughing because my floor
what I'm
manager's
trying to
looking
say.
at me and I know where he's going.
It also depends which product is
No, it is-
promoted this way.
Look, I
but
agree with you.
altogether, big yawn.
Yes, I
Where is
agree.
the news?
I believe there's a standard
This wet
now.
T-shirt, topless washing
It's
cars,
been there, done that.
to
We've done
death.
it.
But
Definitely.
give the kids real value of image, what they're going, yes, to
Yes.
receive.
So
That's on a serious.
would you ban an ad like that? Would you like to see ads like that disappear?
I would
And-
actually, because of young people.
Fair enough.
Because of the product that they are promoting. If
fair
they were
enough.
promoting condoms, okay. But if they're promoting hamburgers, no.
Okay, one more topic that's yours. What are we talking about with yours?
Oh, this is most important
Yes,
topic.
I know, that's why we
Guys,
wanna-
this changes generations.
We've got 3 more minutes for this segment.
Oh, thank you.
Beautiful.
A new Labour government in France has issued a law or suggestion of the law. After 6 p.m., everybody ignores work-related emails. So if the boss emails you 5 by 6, you go, sorry.
That's fair enough, but
Thank you. And if any nation in the world would be chosen or would be tipped off to do it, it would be French. I used to live in Paris and
so
work
you're
in
saying
Paris.
after 6 o'clock,
Yes.
legally you're not supposed to answer work emails. So
Correct.
would there be that many in Australia that I suppose that people work till 7? Do you ever get
Darling,
emails?
people work around the clock.
I know, I get
But
them
you're
right up to
connected.
midnight.
We're in a connected society. We're always connected 24/7. We're talking about internet and what have you. If you've got a smartphone and your phone pushes your emails, you hear the ping, there's a certain, just go check it quickly. And
Yeah.
even if you are just
It's like an
checking
obsession,
you're
isn't it?
still checking it. And I think that I know myself, I used to have my work email pushed to my phone and I took it off because I started to check it. Checking is one thing. I'd respond to it. And then I think, but the person at the other end isn't responding, so why am I?
And Cameron, just quickly your opinion, then we'll go
Country
back to
with
Barbara.
4 time zones, and if you're based in Perth but working for an Eastern company, you need to see your email 24/7.
Sounds fair. Barbara.
There are exceptions to the rules. The
Go
rules
for it.
are made to have exceptions popping up. But we have to switch off. There's a global message. Guys, if we don't switch off, we're going to get ill. People have insomnia, people have depression, people have all of it.
Do you think people are working too long now because of social
Definitely,
media?
they can't switch off. There's no more Sundays. Look, where are we?
They're giving us the wind-up, but I think they've forgotten we're cutting the cooking segment, so we've got about 4 minutes left there that we haven't used. So carry on, please.
Yes, so French have joie de vivre, viva la France.
Yep.
I agree with it. Of course, it won't be obeyed and done. But guys, we all have to understand. It used to be 8 hours a day, 6 hours a day. Now it's 36 hours, 24 hours. I talk to very young people that work with me and they can't sleep.
And you know what? I'm actually talking to someone after the break, which is very interesting. His name is Oscar Yildiz, and he's the CEO of Bully Zero Foundation. Now, they're talking about social media and the way it's become such a huge phenomenon now, with kids as young as 2 are now being bullied over the internet, on iPads, on phones. And as a society, I think we need to look at this. Too much technology. And I agree, like as a teacher, do you find at 3:30 you want to go home? I know you don't go home at 3:30, but I'm saying when you switch off, you've done enough work, you want to leave.
Definitely. I mean, teachers, traditionally we always work at home and we're marking and we're preparing and we're getting ready for the next day, and you don't lock up the shop at 3:30.
Yep.
But there has to be a line. There's got to be a line between staying up till 11 o'clock marking and getting things ready, and you've got to live. Otherwise, like Barbara said, you'll burn out and then there's no
Do you read emails late at night? Because I do.
I'm trying to teach myself not to do
switch off.
Honestly, because I find that it's getting more and more, and you think later, you wake up at 3 a.m.
And you know what I find,
and
if I'm on the
you see
computer,
email comes at 3:50
you can't
to your...
sleep.
It's also known
That's
to
my
be bad
point.
for you to be, in
sleep.
front of a screen in the night. Has been shown research that it's problematic for sleeping.
Yes.
Because it stimulates something in your brain.
The brain instead of...
having a
Very
screen,
true.
even a screen showing in LED lights and things like that are quite a known cause for insomnia. So yeah, there's got to be a switch off time.
We're heading for disaster if we don't do it.
I think on that note, we'll say thank you very much to Barbara McNaught. Thank you for being part of the show. Now, can you just quickly tell me about Men in Black that's coming up?
Men in Black Ball is back 21st of June in support of men's mental health, obviously. Mental health.
Is a big thing.
It will be a very special event, and I'm looking forward to come back.
And you're going to be coming back on the couch, but if people want information now, they can go to your website.
momentumwf.com.au. You
Saturday
can purchase
the 21st.
tickets, and we've got early bird special till end
How
of
much are the tickets?
April. $220.
Beautiful, and all the money goes to Men in Black, which is a wonderful cause, a wonderful charity helping men with mental health issues, and it's a big issue. Thank you very much. We'll talk to you more about that later on. Thank you to Cameron Kippen.
My pleasure.
As always, a pleasure to have you here.
As always.
And pop out and buy some nice
One
beef
of the things
burgers.
I'm thinking of staying up late tonight and sending a few emails. I'll probably regret it, but don't worry.
Hey, no worries.
We won't read them.
I could just see Cameron applying for one of those franchises for those burger places.
Absolutely.
Wonderful. Thank you. And Angela, as always, a pleasure.
Thank
First
you.
time in?
Yes, first timer, but
Was
had
it
a really
fun?
good time. Yeah, it was really fun.
Look forward to
Thank you
having
very
Angela
much.
back again on the Bitchin' panel again on the couch. Thank you very much. And on that note, we need to take a break here at the couch, because coming up after the break, that interview with Bully Zero Foundation. See you then.
This episode of The Couch is proudly supported by Cafe Bella Vista Restaurant and Pizzeria. Azito, give it a go with Azito. Refresh Pure Water. And Reading Cinemas, experience the difference.
Wasn't that a lively bitchin' session? And of course, Angela did very well for her first one. Now, let me tell you about this fantastic organisation. It's called Bully Zero Australia. I'll read from the script that's been sent to me. The Bully Zero Foundation was launched by Prime Minister Julia Gillard, that's the former Prime Minister, on March the 16th last year. The foundation was established by a group of passionate individuals who felt there was a huge gap in responding to bullying issues nationally. In a short amount of time, the foundation has gained respect from various organisations and developed strategies in combating the social issue that is growing in an epidemic proportions. On the phone today to talk to us about this great organisation is, of course, the CEO of Bully Zero Australia. His name is Oscar Yildiz. Welcome to the couch.
Thank you, Fred, for the opportunity to speak to you today.
It is wonderful to have you on the phone because you've got such a great organisation. Tell us how Bully Zero works.
Okay, look, we were really established as a result of a number of families, excuse me, that had lost their children to cyberbullying, and in particular, one was Arlen Helkich, who at the age of 17 jumped off the Westgate Bridge here in Melbourne as a result of relentless bullying. The Prime Minister launched our foundation last year on the 16th of March, and to us at the time, it probably took us 6 months leading up to the launch, but it became apparent to us that the existing systems, the charities and the structures were continuing to fail to prevent tragedies such as the ones I just mentioned with Arlen, but there's just countless families that have unfortunately had to bury their children because of bullying. So we said, look, enough was enough, and we were no longer willing to stand by and let things happen the way they were.
I would have to say the recent death of Charlotte Dawson was probably a very stark reminder as well about how bullying is happening in society to everybody.
Oh, absolutely. And if you look at the statistics, 81% of Australians use a smartphone, with 78% of 2 to 4 year olds are on apps. If you look at the rate the pace of social media, a lot of families can't keep up. I mean, as of yesterday, there's now 1 million applications out there for people to engage with, and you think about the impact and the addiction that social media is having on us. I mean, the first thing we're doing when we're waking up out of bed is not actually visiting the restroom. We're checking our mobile phones to see if there's
Why is that, Oscar? What's happened in society? I know Facebook and Twitter and everything has happened to us all, but why are there so many children now on the internet? I mean, when I was a kid, we used to play in the backyard and make, sandcastles, etc. And I'm sort of simplifying it, but what's happened that's changed so quickly?
Look, I think kids, the phenomenon FOMO, fear of missing out, I think most youngsters want to actually find out what's going on, and they want to be engaged all the time. And if you think about the amount of kids that are actually outside playing, even not today on a Sunday, most children are sitting around home with their iPads and iPods. And look, I mean, social media's has its advantages, no doubt. I mean, it has allowed us to be connected. It certainly has allowed us to be able to Google everything you want to Google, everything you want to know about. You can just get onto Google and find out. But at the same time, we're disengaging with face-to-face interaction, and I think kids nowadays feel that it's easier to send a text message, or it's a lot easier to send an email rather than, or even a message on Instagram or a photo, rather than meet with people face-to-face. It's actually becoming quite a rarity now where announcing is in fact now regarded as something quite out of the ordinary.
Well, I was making an example, a couple of friends of mine a couple of days ago actually, how I went to a Chinese restaurant and the kids, I'm talking about kids under the age of 2, all had iPads. And that's how they kept the kids amused, whereas in our days, we just got a swift hit if we were naughty. But nowadays, they've all got their iPhones, their iPods, their iPad. And is that what's happening in society? Parents are giving their kids more technology a lot younger?
Oh, yes. I mean, there are kids as young as 2 that can log on to a wireless network and play a game.
Amazing.
And that's quite alarming to see those, or to hear those figures. And you think about the teenagers. I mean, 55% of teenagers have given out their personal information to strangers via social media. The thing that you mentioned about the restaurant, it's even now it's quite common to go to a restaurant and see, 2 adults and 2 children, a family sitting
all
there.
On iPods.
And all on iPods or all on their iPhones and iPads.
Very true.
It is. It's social media, the pace. I mean, 725 million users every day.
That's a lot of people.
It's a lot of people, and Australians, we're connected to the extent where we're probably the worst in the world. We've
embraced it, haven't we? We've embraced social media quite a lot compared to the rest of the world.
Oh, incredibly. But they're saying that by 2020, experts are predicting that social media will be our biggest social issue. We won't, if we don't have the strategies in dealing with it. It may have worse effects.
Give me your opinion, Oscar. Yep. How do we deal with this? What do we need to do as a society, as parents, as government?
I think what needs to happen, Fred, is there needs to be a holistic approach. When we go out into the free cyber safety training to schools, we also offer that to parents. We also offer that to teachers. We offer it to community groups. We all need to be responsible. Everybody, I think, needs to play their part. We all have a duty of care, and if we all as a community, if we all as an organisation, if we all as a nation, and organisations, I'm talking about employers and employers as well. If we all can approach this and provide the necessary tools in terms of educating as many people as we can about the dangers, I think we're going to make some change. And there are some bad habits out there. Change is coming at a cost to some, but I think in the long term, I think that the strategies that we've got in place through the things that we deliver, I believe we're making an impact. And even making bullying a national law. In Victoria, it is a crime, and people can certainly go to jail for up to 10 years if they do get convicted of causing someone's
Talking
death.
about making it a law, how's the response from the federal government? Now, Julia Gillard, the former Prime Minister, obviously founded or launched your organisation, but can you tell me the new government, the Tony Abbott government, how are they reacting, or have you not had time yet to talk to them?
We're hoping to meet with them in June, and can I just say that this current government's also working behind the scenes to ensure that the laws there is a national law, and there are various organisations out there at the moment that are trying to push and lobby the government to enact the law that we've got here in Victoria. But if you look at the Crimes Legislation Amendment Act, there is, using social media inappropriately, people have in fact been charged, and people can go to prison for 3 years. But every state has their stalking and their harassment laws, but we believe in particular having one law nationally which needs to send a very clear message that you can't hide behind a keyboard and say the things you normally wouldn't say to someone in a face-to-face situation.
Talking about bullying, can you give us some examples of what we call bullying? Because a lot of people probably don't identify bullying.
Yeah, look, a lot of people, when you say bullying nowadays, people think, it's just cyberbullying. But bullying comes in many forms. You have, verbal bullying, you've got physical bullying, you have emotional bullying. When I say emotional, people say, well, what does that mean? Well, it's as little as excluding someone from an activity. Verbal bullying, yes, it does happen. You do get people saying things they probably regret later. And physical bullying, where in particular Year 9 kids, Year 10 kids, students are certainly resorting to that. And having been a school teacher, I've seen physical bullying. But cyberbullying is easy, and 70% of the bullying that's occurring there today in society today is in fact cyberbullying, because it's easy, it's quick, and there are no repercussions really. But if you think about Charlotte Dawson and the many other hundreds of kids that have unfortunately taken their lives, words do hurt. The adage about sticks and stones will break my bones, but words will never hurt me. Well, I don't argue with that.
Oscar,
I don't believe in that, and I strongly argue against that.
If people want to help your organisation and get involved with Bully Zero Foundation, how do we do that?
We ask people to just email or call the 1-800-0-BULLY phone number, or go onto our website, and there is in fact an email there. They can email us, and the more people that come on board, the better. And we're in fact developing a brand new website as we speak, and we're hoping to continue to make some change and hopefully change behaviour of people to take bullying seriously, because we see the people left behind, Fred, and I've personally met many families that have unfortunately had to pick up the pieces after burying their children, and nobody or child, and nobody deserves that.
And tell me, have you got some fantastic events coming up where people can get involved, and maybe some seminars around Australia?
Yes, we just supported the No to Bullying conference that was held on the Gold Coast just last week. There's also another conference coming up on workplace bullying. Last night we were at a step-off event. The program that we run all day, every day, is a program called the 48-Hour Digital Detox, or iFamine, where people disconnect from all forms of social media, or they reduce their level of social media, and they donate funds to their organisation or their school, and then we go in and deliver cyber safety sessions, and if the funds aren't sufficient, then we meet the shortfall. We've got various initiatives. We have a huge dinner planned, a charity dinner planned for October this year. We have obviously the hotline. We have Facebook counsellors online as well. We do presentations around creating awareness. The National Day of Action Against Bullying, the 21st of March. It'll be the 20th of March next year. We create a lot of awareness on that day. We're involved in various expos, Fred. We go to almost every expo that we're invited to, and last night's event was a huge event. It was a step-off event for a whole lot of youth. So we're more than happy to be engaged with anyone out there that would like to not only use our services, and it's all free, and we don't receive any government funding, so we're DGR registered, meaning we're a not-for-profit, but a lot of our partners and sponsors are the ones that are really supporting us at the moment,
Fantastic
and we hope that the government jumps on board.
Sounds fantastic. You never have enough time to cover everything, Oscar, but I think it's all about awareness and telling people that you're out there. Your details are on our screen. People can go to our website, thecouch.com.au. I'm pretty sure, Oscar, we'll have you back on the show and talk about all the other things that you are doing when they're happening. And I do thank you for your time today, finally talking to you with all our technical problems with our phone. We got through it all. Thank you,
Fred.
Oscar. Have a wonderful day.
That was good. Thank you.
That is, of course, Oscar Yildiz from Bully Zero Australia Foundation, a wonderful, wonderful organisation. Check out our website for more details. We need to take a break, and we'll be back with more of The Couch after this.
This episode of The Couch is proudly supported by Cafe Bella Vista Restaurant and Pizzeria. Azito, give it a go with Azito. Refresh Pure Water. And Reading Cinemas, experience the difference. It's time to play Spin It to Win It, proudly supported by Azito. Give it a go with Azito.
You gotta love it. This is my favourite part of the show, when we spin it to win it. And today I've got a contestant. Come on in, please. We've got Valentina. Is it Brignoli?
It is indeed.
Or do you
Perfect.
say Brignoli?
No, I will look either way.
Brignoli. Look in that camera. Tell us the Valentina story. What do you do for a living?
Well, I work at a radio station in Perth.
Give them a plug.
I work at a radio station in Perth. I am...
Which radio station?
I work at 92.9 and Mix 94.5.
Are they the ones that have continuous hit music? What's their little...
They do.
Do you know what their plug is these
Their
days?
little plug is on 92.9, Hits Always.
Hits Always, 92.9. Now, you work there. Now, your brother,
Yes.
can I say Luca,
Yes, perfect.
was supposed to be here because he joined up as a couch. He couldn't be here. And you said, well, I don't work on Sundays.
Yeah, I said I'd step in for him.
So he's only 18.
Yes.
So you're going to be spinning the wheel.
I will be. So hopefully I'll win something
Would
for
you
him.
like to know what's on the wheel today?
I would. Tell me all about it, Fred.
Take a look.
On the wheel tonight, you could win one of these fantastic prizes. It's an 18-volt cordless grass trimmer. With easy-to-change cutting blades, pivoting head, and telescopic handle, this 18-volt lithium battery-powered grass trimmer will make taming that backyard too easy. Or how about a staple and nail gun? This easy-to-load staple and nail gun features a pressure-actuated safety nose and can output up to 20 shots per minute. Great for reupholstering your tired furniture. Or how about a multi-purpose saw? Featuring a 500-watt motor, it can easily handle your various cutting tasks. It's a garden collection cart. Cleaning the backyard will be easy with this garden collection cart. Its 160 litre capacity and removable scoop make it the perfect gardening companion. And at the end of the day, it folds flat for compact storage. It's a twin cutter kit. The twin tungsten carbide blades give clean, cold cuts in metal, plastics and wood. Counter-rotating technology enables forward, backward and plunge cuts. It's the ultimate DIY tool. Or how about an 18-volt hammer drill driver? With its hammer action, this cordless drill is ready to take on concrete, brick and masonry. It has a 2-speed gearbox, 13mm chuck, LED light and torque control, making it a great DIY all-rounder. Or how about a garden blower? Featuring 18-volt lithium-ion technology and 198 km/h blowing speed, it has ample power to move leaves and loose garden debris. Any one of these prizes could be yours when you spin it to win it.
Some great prizes on the wheel, and you're going to be playing for them today. All right, Valentina Brignoli from Fremantle in Western Australia. You're going to spin the wheel, but before you do that,
Yeah.
pick a number for me from 1 to 7.
I'm going to go 7.
All right, now if it lands on 7, the reason I ask you this,
Yes.
you win everything.
Really?
On the wheel. Not only what's on 7, but every single prize. 7 prizes.
Fantastic.
Worth heaps of money, about $1,000.
Oh, that
Give it
would
a
be
go
good.
for Luca, her brother. This is Valentina spinning the wheel today. Big spin as well, Valentina. Let's have a look at what she lands on. Don't worry. Every number's a winner here,
Okay.
Valentina. Okay, here we go, Valentina. Which number did you pick? 7, did you?
I picked 7.
Oh, let's have a look.
Uh,
Valentina, you've landed on 1.
Alrighty.
Number 1 is the staple nail gun.
Fantastic.
Would you like to keep... No, don't play the vision. Do you want to keep the gun, or would you like to spin again and maybe win something else? You could land on 7 again.
So
Would you like to spin again or keep the nail gun?
I'm going to spin again.
All right, here she is. She's going to spin again quickly. Go for it. Oh, she took the risk. If she lands on 7, she wins everything. You're not bad at spinning this wheel.
I know. Strong.
Let's have a look here. Now, if it lands on 7, Valentina not only wins the prize, she wins everything. Oh, I don't know, Valentina, you might just get there, maybe not.
Too
but
far.
you got on number 3, Valentina.
Fantastic.
Multi-purpose saw. Are you a gardening person?
Look, I'm not.
Are you into making things around the house?
I'm into making food.
Are you into torturing brothers?
Yes, totally.
I reckon that multi-purpose saw will be wonderful.
Fantastic.
Thank you very much. But you know
Thank
what?
you.
Just stay there.
Yeah, sure.
Can you throw me that bunny over there, please, Nin? We've got a fantastic little gift for you. We'll probably go back on this camera here. Thank you very much. That is for you for being on the
Thank
show today,
you.
because it is Easter. And I've got a little egg for you. I'm going to walk
Oh,
across
great.
cameras. There you go. And I'm also going to throw in a double pass for you to go and see a fantastic movie, because I know you were playing for your brother.
Oh, thank you.
And we love having you here. But if you want to be just like Luca, her brother, to be part of the wheel, this is how you do it.
If you'd like to be a contestant on Spin It to win it, all you have to do is head to thecouch.com.au. That's thecouch.com.au. Sign up as a couchie and you'll automatically be registered to play. Back to you, Freddie.
Thank you very much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for being part of the show today.
Thank you.
Very nice to have you here, Valentina. Are you doing anything big for today, being Easter?
Well, I'm going to go home and I'm going to have some hot cross buns with Luca. And I just want to give a shout out to Luca and Jessie.
Go for it. Look into that camera.
Thank you always for watching, guys, because you're the ones who signed me up. So keep watching The Couch.
Thank you very much. And that is where we say goodbyes. I sneak in. We've got Amy Fortnum. Thank you very much. Someone's talking in the background, but don't worry about it. Amy Fortnum is not here today. Chelsea Gibson is here. She was on last week. She's singing a beautiful song. Do you know what the song's called?
Sitting on the dock of the bay.
You're going to do well in radio. Sitting on the dock of the bay. See you next week, Australia, New Zealand. Thank you, Valentina.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you.
Sitting in the morning sun, and I'm sitting when the evening comes, watching ships roll in, and I watch them roll away again. Sitting on the dock of the bay, watching the tide roll away. Sitting on the dock of the bay, wasting time. Ooh, I left my home in Georgia, heading for that Fresco Bay. I got nothing to live for. It's like nothing's gonna come my way. I'm sitting on the dock of the bay, watching the tide roll away. Sitting on the dock of the bay, wasting time. Looks like nothing's gonna change. Everything remains the same. I can do what tell people tell me to do, but I guess it remains the same. I'm sitting here resting watching the time roll away, sitting on the dock of the bay, wasting time. Sitting on the dock of the bay, wasting time, wasting time, wasting time.
This episode of The Couch is proudly supported by Cafe Bella Vista Restaurant and Pizzeria. Azito, give it a go with Azito. Refresh Pure Water. And Reading Cinemas, experience the difference.